Hey everyone, and welcome to every lovely people watching this. Today is going to be actually a new series since the old one that I had was the older version of the Fossils and Archaeology mod. And from what I heard about the most recent one has a bit of a new content, and it's pretty much a little bit of a long story for me, but it was kind of hectic to deal with the stuff, so I decided to just make a new server, new world and stuff. And now, let's just real quick make some stuff. And we pretty much spawn at a pretty nice location where the mountains is. So we'll just easily get some uh, iron and some fossils already. And this is also a hardcore series, so of course, if I die, then I die. That's it. And also, I do have a couple of other mods installed as well. Just some extra variations for normal vanilla mobs. And I also did install some weapons mod, the Balkans weapons mod, and I can show you guys that real quick once I get all these coals. So yeah, I'll be able to get like an iron knife, which I might actually just use that anyways, so that way I can actually have a defensive weapon. And the first one we got was a Crassy Granius skull, and we also got a plant fossil. Although we didn't get a actual fossil, so we'll just have to keep on exploring and gather as much items as possible, especially getting a bed first, so that way I can easily just get through the night. Because I'm a coward, but I'm also a smart coward. I know to pick my battles. I hear a spider, so there must be a cave below me. Hopefully I don't dig right into it. Because, and I really actually don't want to die, because this is actually a really good spawn. I mean, you get so much iron. I'm getting a lot of iron. Like right now, I have like pretty much a full set, and there's like a bunch more. You believe me, I'm gonna like grab every single one of them. So we're kind of like right down here somewhere. I was like spawned right on top of those trees. So we're probably gonna build a base kind of like up here maybe. So we'll just make a little hut real quick, and then hopefully we'll find some sheep in the morning, or we could probably no, I don't want to risk going out and only to get blown up by a creeper or shot by a skeleton. I'll just build a hut real quick and then stay indoors until next morning, and then I can actually start building a base. Oh god. No, skeleton, go away. There we go. Alright, so let's just go ahead and cook up the iron real quick, and then I'll see you all back in the morning. Or maybe I can try fighting this skeleton. Where? Oh, yep, it's right there. There we go. Got some bone. Oh my goodness, why are there so many? Yeah, no, that skeleton messed me up. Alright. So, I do, from what I remember, the last time I played it was I need to get myself some buckets so that way I can make an analyzer, or actually just a relic scrap and a fossil, which I do have two of those. So we'll just make those real quick. Oops. There we go. Now we got that. And we will need, I think we could just put them down already and just let that go through for a moment. And then I'll just go ahead and make some armor. We got a calamite sapling, sand, and then what do we get for this last one? A dead bush. All right, we got at least one prehistoric plant. All right, it's gonna be morning real quick, so let's just go ahead and deal some of these mobs. And I do have full iron armor. Alright, so let's go hunt for some sheep while we explore. And it looks like I already see some down there already. Alright, so this is going to be my little home for right now until I can probably start building a actual home like right around here, but for right now this is going to be like my minimalistic base for the moment. You know, some people will probably say it's way too small. Personally, I think it's perfectly fine. And honestly, I think it's probably better if I like build down here a little bit. I'll probably need to chop down a lot of trees before I actually find a location to build a home. For right now, let's just start chopping down a ton of trees until next nightfall, and we'll finally get to our bed and just repeat the process until we finally get all the trees around this area chopped down, and we'll probably see a better picture of this area. Honestly, I think this little like whatever this area is called, like right around here, might be a better option than being up in the mountains, because it's a lot more like fertile with the vegetation and stuff, and a lot more easier access to trees and stuff. And also, just I don't really want to like just constantly keep on like tiptoeing down the mountain every single time, especially early on where I don't really have a lot of like food and stuff to constantly heal myself, because it's just gonna be a pain. Yeah, like that. I wasn't scared. It's just my throat caught air. That's what happened. I think it will probably look a lot better once I get rid of all these trees, because I think that's kind of like what's making it not look as impressive. But I kind of see the potential. I just need to see. I need to get rid of like a bunch of these trees around here, so that way I can actually get a better picture. Maybe thinking maybe kind of like around here maybe. It's a lot more like trees and stuff, but could potentially be a good like flat area potentially. And I mean, if it isn't that good looking, then at least I got a bunch of like wood resources. What's this? A lamp? Oh, it is. It is a fence post. Yeah, I'm starting to. Yeah, I was right. I'm seeing the kind of the visual right now. It's a bit flat enough for me to just easily dig out a decent amount of dirt, and then once I get rid of the trees in the way, and I did grab I did get a bunch of wood, especially with the oak, so I won't exactly needing to worry about that part. But I will probably need to get more cobblestone and another different variety for some kind of like rocky texture just to diversify because there is some acacia wood over there, so I'll probably be getting that once I fully deforest this place and commit acts against Mother Nature. But it is quite literally the circle of life and how nature created us. So, I mean, what are you gonna do? Okay, so after a while, I finally got the trees, or most of the part. Sorry, all the trees chopped down for the moment. So I'll probably just shave off this area right here, and then we'll see how I can build the house. So I might check up here real quick and just see this random lamppost, and then I think probably just building around here will probably be better. So let me just outline the potential build. Maybe something like this. So like this will be kind of like the front like entryway with the stairs and stuff. And then this will also kind of like be the balcony area. And then I'll probably try and divide the room up a little bit so that way I can have like one for the bedroom and the other is for like just living kitchen area, and then the and then a stairway for the basement. But first I am going to need some more cobblestone, and then I'll need to grab a bunch of other another type of like material to kind of like break up the repetitiveness of the cobblestone. Or maybe I can probably just like refine it to just stone, but I am going to need a lot more cobblestone if that's the case. But I mean, it's whatever. It's going to be the quickest way, and I will be still getting a bunch of cobblestone and some free stone as well, or maybe some gravel. Gravel might be a good alternative as well, or maybe a good flooring for the entryway of the house. And then I think we could probably replace that tree with this little abandoned, decrepit tree with something a little bit nicer. Probably a custom tree of my own. But first, let's actually. It will require a lot more wood, but I am going to need to gather a bunch of acacia trees. So let's just go ahead and grab all these. Maybe make a big acacia tree and a replacement. Jeez. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to deal with those mobs down in that cave, wherever that is. I'm pretty sure it's like directly below that, like little land, whatever it's called, little connector thing between two mountains. I don't know what it's called. All right, so got the foundation set up already, and now we're just gonna need to figure out what we're supposed to do with the flooring and the walls and the ceiling. So I'm thinking of using the acacia logs for the pillar foundations, and then I think also the flooring as well, and a staircase for the basement. So let me actually just set up all this stuff right over here so that way I don't have to like keep on constantly running back up and down of the mountain because I probably should have done this like right from the start, but it's whatever. So let's go ahead and do the acacia flooring first. Thinking building a basement, like kind of like going down from here and then there. So let's go ahead and make a staircase real quick. Do 4 for the moment, and I think aesthetically I might just do 4. I am going to need at least 4 blocks wide, so let's do this kind of like that. Yeah, it gives me space to just go down there and do stuff and then walk right back up, and then I'll be able to like get out the door or just do my living space. And we'll do acacia fences to kind of like make a little like it looks like it's supported. And I am thinking of an aesthetically daring move, a daring design move of my own. So let me actually go get some sand real quick if I can find any, because I am thinking of making like a diagonal doorway, so that way I can kind of like have half of it kind of like being the wall, and then the other half will probably be like a little patio as well. But I'll probably need to get some sand real quick. A lot of sand. Oh, feeling lucky. So that should mean I will be getting a permanent or temporary luck until the morning. Ouch. Oh my goodness. Why are there like 12? No. Why are there... This is literally the opposite of lucky. Why are there like a whole army of them? No. Why? Please just let me sleep. There we go. Gotta get rid of all these guys. Alright, there we go. And I'm out of food. Or, not like out of food, but out of the good food, the pork shop. Oh man, that was hectic to deal with it. Okay, so let's just burn the thing real quick, and let me actually test out what I'm thinking of. So maybe like four, and maybe possibly do something like this, and then do like a little thing, if this will work. Maybe something like that. Actually, not entirely sure of how to perfectly work with this part. Maybe, yeah, I think I'll probably just need to like, yeah, probably something like this, and then put like a door right here, and then we'll have like this little area. I think probably just use all the sand up anyways. And we'll do the acacia wood in the basement as well, just to keep it consistent. And then we will use birch for the walls and stuff. And we might strip the logs as well. Maybe kind of like add a little archway, and then this will be kind of like the balcony area. Yeah, that looks good. Finish up the the floor area. Boop, bop, and then I need the birch. No, not there. Boom, bam. There we go. And then need to make a bunch of fence. Actually, the fences for the acacia. There we go. Place these over there, and then give this some, yeah, that'll work. Can the stone and cobblestone connect, or is that not gonna work because they're different? No, I can. Okay, but then that will also mean I need to probably replace some of the cobblestone or the stone. See about the oak for the roof, and then after making the roof, that will be it for this episode. So let's go ahead and start working on that. Let's try and make this as, because I am thinking of trying to make it a kind of like a dual-sided thing. So like one side will be like that, and then the other will be like this. Yeah. The full display, I might need to add in the little ridges. One more maybe? I don't know what you call it. It's like the little slope thing, like out of the house, or maybe? Maybe not, actually. I mean, it's a little bit flat on this side, but I can probably try and use the acacia things, maybe. I can, no, wait, that's gonna, like, pop out a lot, and I don't really want to do that. Maybe this side, yeah, that one definitely needs to be, uh, worked on. Gonna have to use slabs for this one. Yeah, that side looks a lot better. Or maybe I can probably do it like that and leave this one alone. Yeah, that works. And then maybe the same for this one as well. Kind of like keep these ones, like the outer ones, a little bit reinforced looking, and then just leave the inner ones alone. kind of give it some volume a little bit. Might not be in a good way though, but it's something. So, and oh, forgot one more thing. Need to work on the flooring. Yeah, that looks really nice. And all that is gonna be it for this episode. So, hopefully you guys like the little like beginning episode, and it is gonna pick up from here. So, like for example, I'm gonna be trying to figure out where this mob cave area is, and I will be just doing some finishing up with the furnishing and stuff for my house. But regardless, hopefully you guys liked the video, and thank you lovely people for watching through. And as always, I will see you all later.